Have you ever left your bike outside in the rain? Or wondered how your phone battery charges? These are both examples of oxidation-reduction reactions. These reactions may sound complicated, but they're actually fairly simple when they're explained. Oxidation-reduction reactions, also called redox reactions, are reactions in which certain atoms undergo changes in their oxidation states. First, let's talk about these oxidation states. Oxidation numbers can easily be found by simply following a few basic steps. Firstly, when finding these numbers, we must remember that hydrogen will always be -1 with a metal and +1 with a nonmetal. Oxygen will always be -2 unless it is in peroxide, in which that case it is -1, and fluorine will always be -1. Now that we have our rules to follow, let's continue with the steps. A great example is nitrate. Firstly, when finding the number, you would apply those rules to find out starting information. For this, we know that oxygen will have the oxidation number -2. Because there are 3 oxygen molecules in nitrate, it would actually be -6. Then, you would find the overall charge of the ion, which in this case is -1. Next, we try to find the oxidation number of nitrogen. Our equation is now x plus -6 equals -1, which we can then find out that nitrogen's oxidation number is in fact +5. Now, onto redox reactions. Redox reactions are what's behind photosynthesis and even photography. You can tell if something is a redox reaction when the oxidation numbers of the atoms are changing. A great example of this reaction is iron reacting with copper sulfate. The balanced formula is Fe plus CuSO4 to FeSO4 plus Cu. Iron will have a charge of 0, as will copper sulfate. In the ion, copper has a charge of +2 and sulfate has a charge of -2. In the products, copper will have a charge of 0, as will iron sulfate. In the ion, iron will have a charge of +2 and sulfate will have a charge of -2. Copper had gained 2 electrons, whereas iron had lost 2 electrons. Copper had given its electrons to the iron and was oxidized. When the iron gained the electrons, it was reduced. This is possible because iron is higher on the activity series than copper. The activity series is a list of metal elements that show the ease of oxidation for each one. An easy way to remember which is which for reduction and oxidation is with the acronym OILRIG, which is oxidation is losing and reduction is gaining. Redox reactions and oxidation numbers are easy to apply, whether you're in a lab or just living your everyday life.